What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Jordan J, and I'm on Let's Talk with
Sheila.
And today we are got another treat for you. We're going to be reviewing Love and Marriage DC.
Ooh, yes.
All right, we have to do a recap from that crazy ending on the last
What?
episode.
Oh, my. So what? Monique and Chris Samuels?
Exactly. That
Ooh,
little
that was kind of
mini fight, big fight. They always fight like this. I'm not really sure, but clearly we ended it with Monique being totally fed up with Chris and him just, I guess him not showing any growth, any progress in his vulnerability issues that he
and his spirituality.
Has. Yes, and that as well. So clearly Monique was having a problem for the past 10 years, it seems. And I think it's just bubbling up to the point where she is now crying on TV, downplaying her husband. Now,
well, I mean, she feels like they need to have balance. And she feels like right now they don't have balance. You know, I guess they are arguing, and she was hoping when they went to Africa, they would have like a spiritual connection down in Africa. And I guess she thought it was going to help with their relationship, build their relationship and strengthen the relationship. But with that said, Chris came back and Monique was trying to have a conversation with him about the trip and, you know, where he sees himself at and, you know, how did he, you know, like the trip and da-da-da. And he was very surface level. And Monique, from her words, he was very surface level and she was pissed off. She got really, she got real upset because, you know, with her asking Chris questions, he just wasn't like responding, I guess, like she wanted him to respond.
I think she just wanted him to be a little bit more deep. And he was just kind of like, well, it didn't resonate with me like that. So I don't know why you're forcing me to try to say something that it wasn't. And I think maybe like it was, it just, the trip didn't have the effect that Monique wanted it to have on him. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have feelings. Well, obviously, he knows he needs to be better and more vulnerable and balance the relationship out. I think he definitely knows that, but it didn't happen on that trip.
Well, I mean, it didn't happen on that trip. And then a lot of times, like we as women, we seem to be mentally, how should I say, mentally ahead of men. So we get places before they do. You know, they have to kind of grow and they have to marinate and stuff. And then, you know, it got to get all the sauce got to get on them. And then they decide like, yeah, it's time for a change. With us women, we know when there is a time for a change. Like we see it coming. It's like, okay, we're going to have to adjust to, you know, different situations and in different environments. Men, on the other hand, it's almost like they got to be immersed in the situation for them to actually make a change. Okay. So I think that's one of the things Monique is finding very challenging because she's constantly talking to Chris. And Chris is like, okay, I'm trying, Monique. I'm just not where you are, but I am trying. Do you feel like he's trying?
No, he's definitely trying.
He's definitely trying.
And you can see he does want to work on himself because he knows, like, he knows, like, he's been hearing it. So I think it's just a matter of him doing now.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Which is going to be you can say as much as you want to. Yes, I know I need to change. I want to change, but the actual action of changing is not as easy.
It sure is.
And I don't know how to get him to change. See how he's such an older man as well. So, you know, that plays a factor too, especially it's been 10 years and, you know, you've been doing this. So I'm curious to see, not saying he can't grow, obviously. It's just, I mean, it ain't gonna be overnight, and that's what he did explain to Monique. It's not gonna happen overnight.
It's not.
So I think they tabled it for now. Now,
but Monique did. But then Monique, she did get really upset.
No, she did get upset.
She got upset.
She was crying and everything,
because she's fighting for her marriage. You know what I'm saying? She's fighting for their relationship. She wants to be with her husband, and she wants them to continue to grow and prosper. Now they already prospering because they live in real good, so they definitely doing that. But they just got to get themselves together. And she's gonna have to take some time with Chris. That's what I see.
Well, one thing for sure, we all know Chris ain't bad, right? He ain't out in the streets. I haven't heard anything.
No, he's not. Well, that's what he said.
3 kids. It's just hold off before you try to get back out in the streets, Monique, because it ain't nothing.
I was gonna say, y'all keep working on it, and then work some more, and then work a little bit extra on top of that. Because in these streets, if you got something good, it's definitely not anything out there. And then if you've already grown to a place where you all have, I guess I should say your relationship has grown because you've been married for 10 years and you want it to continually grow. Because right now, if you go out here and meet somebody, you got to get to know them. And what you see sometimes ain't really what you get. So.
Right. And what you think you want and what you get, it may not be like, wait a minute. I thought I wanted this.
It don't align.
Right. I thought I wanted this. And it's like, okay, maybe I don't necessarily want all of that.
So Monique and Chris, we're going to keep watching. Hopefully, if y'all do go to counseling, therapy, hopefully, we will get a chance to see it. And I can't wait to see what happens at the end of the show. I want to see what happens. So moving right along, who do we have next?
So next we can talk about Mr. Jamie and his daughter Brittany. That's the one that's Serena's twin.
She definitely is Serena's twin.
So yeah, Jamie had to go over and I don't know. I guess she thought he was gonna be building some piece of furniture, which he didn't even touch at the end of the scene, if anybody noticed. But
at least he got on the floor.
Exactly.
Right?
He tried, So really she called him over there to have a conversation about their son. And
her brother.
Yeah,
and his son.
Yeah, her brother, his son. Yes. And him just being a little bit too harsh.
Right. On Jason.
Right. And trying to force him to do what he wants him to do or what he thinks would be a good fit for him. Yeah. How do you think that conversation went?
No, I think the conversation went well, but I think Jamie, he's such a strong personality that it's hard for him to really grasp what somebody else is trying to say. So in the beginning, I don't think, he was really understanding what Brittany was going, because Brittany was like, look, we're grown. Jason's grown. Listen to us. We like the support that you give us. You've been there for us, but at the same time, we're growing and we're becoming adults, or we are adults, and we have decisions that we have to make for the best of their interests. And Jamie, he feels like even though you're grown, you still need guidance. I completely agree. You do need guidance. I mean, I feel like I'm a lot. I really understand Jamie, because you have kids and you want the best for them, but at the end of the day, they have to live their life, and you can only just hope the things that you've instilled in them, they take it and they, move in the direction where it's positive, move in a direction where they do accomplish goals that they set for themselves. Okay. So I do understand, but one of the things Brittany told him, she said, you be checking everybody. And he's like, yes, right, I do. I be checking everybody. She said, and I'm going to check you. And he was like, check me? Who gonna check me? I thought it was Sheree. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? This is Jamie. Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me? Brittany was like, I'm going to check you. So with that being said, he was open to it. He was like,
and that's
okay.
Good. Yeah, because
he was like, okay.
Somebody needs to, because you come from where you relate to Jamie, and I relate to Brittany and the kids, because it's like, listen, you've instilled this all my life. At some point, you're gonna have to let go and let me not only make my own decisions, but my own mistakes, so where I can learn and grow from it. Because if you just tell someone what to do every step of their way, when it's not time for them, because you're no longer here or whatever happens, you're not around. Now I have my own family and my kids, and I have to be able to instill lessons that I've learned along my path. And you only learn that when you get out there and you do it yourself sometimes. Like, yes, I can listen to you 100 times and I may even know you're right, but let me just experience it for myself. Like, because that is the best way sometimes.
It is. You're right. But I think with Jamie and with our generation, the generation is, the times now are so much different than they were. like they're so explosive. Like these times and days, you got wars going on. You have people coming off the worst years as far as with COVID, and just the way that they've had to live for a long, for the last few years. So with that being said, I can understand, what Jamie's saying, because he's saying the same thing. It's just a different time. So we just want the best for you. And we just want to know how you're out here moving, because again, these streets are so much different than they used to be. So yes, we do have to find a place though, Jamie, to to let our children grow within themselves and move on. But I'm like, Jamie, I'm not going nowhere until I'm gone somewhere. So anyway, we're going to see what happens with that.
We definitely are. So we'll go ahead and move on. Actually, since we're on Jason, we can actually talk about his competition, his sport, Jason. The gold ball that he participates in his school. His family got to come and participate as well. So they were blindfolded and they had to lay on their side, and they No, they had the ears open, right?
Yeah, they had the ears.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like a soccer ball, right?
Yeah, it's like a little small, a round, soft, one of them Nerf ball materials. Anyway, so it looked like you bowl down, and you have to listen for the ball in order to stop it. So that was a cute game. I was like, oh, that's all right.
And then the family were blindfolded.
Yeah, so
they were blindfolded, like Jason is normally. They said, you remember when Irena, she was like, oh, so we got to learn how Jason feels and how he lives every day. I was like, yeah.
Well, a little bit.
I was going to say, I was like a tad bit.
Yeah, a little experience.
But yes.
A little
and
bit
even
more.
His brother, even the older brother, Jamie Jr. Or Jamie the fourth. He's not a junior, he's a fourth. But Jamie, he said he was glad that he participated to see what his little brother, what he endures. And he said it was really eye-opening. So I think it was eye-opening for the entire family.
Yeah.
So, and then Jason said he's a hard competitor. And Jason said they wasn't going to be able to handle him. And baby, they did. Jason, his partner, and mom, they killed the whole family. Everybody else that's got smashed. So Jason, they did a great job, and his coach is a team player. His team player, so they did good. So, so it was good to see. Also, though, what happened during this scene? Irena received a letter from Doris, so she took the time out while the family was there to read the letter. Oh, it's so cute to Jason. About whether or not he would be accepted into the Doors program. And it's to help him with independent learning for being blind. They go out and they teach you, skills of how to live alone or either live with somebody, but basically be able to take care of yourself. And he'll be able to go out, he'll have friends, he'll get a job. So Jason has been really looking forward to finding out whether he's going to be accepted into Doors. And his father sitting right by him, Jamie. And yay! Irena read the letter and Jason was accepted into Doors. Congratulations, Jason. That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. I can't, it's like, I'm really happy for you, Jason.
Exciting. Big changes.
So excited.
Definitely a lot of growth is going to be happening. So I wonder if it's like he stays there, like a real college, like he'll go and he'll live there. I guess he'll have like assisted living. Okay, so he'll see his parents like on the weekends or something.
Probably, yeah.
He probably like deuces to y'all.
What? You did, Jason? Jason
was
so cool. He was like, look, I love my family. He was like, but I'm ready to go. He's like, I got to move on. So, So Jason, I'm looking forward to you moving on. I'm looking forward to you progressing. And one thing, please keep up. Let us know what's going on with you and stuff. So we're looking forward to you, Jason.
Exactly. Congratulations.
I want
to see you cooking full meals when you get out.
Oh, and also Jason just had a birthday. He had a birthday this past weekend. So he made 22. So happy birthday. Happy 22. And congratulations on your Doors acceptance. So moving right along.
Yes. All right. So let's go to Mom Day. All right. So that was Ashley. She hosted a little event at the selfie place.
Mm-hmm. It was
okay. Wait. Before
okay.
Okay. I don't know why that's a thing. Like a selfie. I've seen them a lot of places now in the malls and everywhere. I'm like, am I supposed to pay to come in here and take pictures? Anyway, side reel from that.
So what do you mean? What do you think you're supposed to do? If it's a selfie museum and they have different places to have selfies in it, then you don't think somebody's got to pay for that?
No, I feel like it should be like Maryland. You know, when you go down to the DMV, you go to all the free museums.
Okay.
To me, that's what a selfie place is. Like, you guys put some flowers. I mean, it's cute. It's cute, but I'm not going to pay you to come 30 minutes to take pictures. That's my opinion. Anybody else?
Okay, yeah, please let us know how you feel about the selfie museum. I thought it was a real cool idea. Cute, and it was in the mall. You know, it was in the mall, so it wasn't like a separate location. So you know you got to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
So what you saying? You wouldn't go?
No,
okay, I would. You know, I would support.
And if you invite me,
especially if it's a black sister too, because I think it was a black-owned business.
Okay, so. I mean, it's. Nowadays, there's so many ideas, especially from social media point of view. Like people are doing, like they even have places where you can go into the homes and like rent it out just to take pictures. And I'm just like, that's the craziest thing to me. Like social media business is, I don't know.
They capitalize on everything.
Exactly.
So
if you're making money, good for you. I'm just me personally, no.
Okay, then. Well, moving right along. So Ashley had a Mom's Day event. And the Mom's Day was for ladies to just relax, have maybe a glass of wine, socialize, take some selfies, and just have a good time, you know. And this was Ashley's event. So Monique is back in town. She's back from Africa. So she had a talk previously before the event with Winter. And, you know, Winter shared some comments with her saying that she had dinner she had a luncheon with Irena, Ashley, and I keep forgetting his name, Tisha. Anyway, so they had a luncheon, and Mrs. Winter told Monique that they bombarded her, right? Isn't that what she said? Mm-hmm. She's like, you know, like they were so very aggressive.
Yeah.
And, you know, they ambushed her. And Monique was like, who? And she was like, Irena and Ashley, they both. And she was like, well, wait a minute, what happened? You want to share what else happened? Well, and so basically, Winter was telling Monique that they were still talking about her relationship, her ongoing relationship with her husband and her ex-husband. And she didn't appreciate it. And one of the things she asked was, Ashley, like, how do you feel about infidelity? And Ashley was like, you know, really, if it doesn't come to me and I don't really know it's to be true, then I don't even pay it any attention. So she was like, oh, okay. So you saying that, you know, infidelity really don't mean much? And so Ashley was like, no, I'm just saying that if I don't know something, I can't act on something I don't know, pretty much. And then with Irena, she said Irena was flip-flopping because she said Irena flip-flops because Irena asked her when she and Irena had lunch, asked her, so how's you and Ashley? Do you think you all have mended things? And Winter felt like that made Irena look like she's wishy-washy. But in her defense, that's just conversation. You have a conversation with somebody. Last time I saw you, one of the people that I was with and yourself, y'all was going back and forth. So I'm like, did y'all resolve it? Or, you know, how did it, you know, work out? And so she kind of thought everything was okay. But the thing about it is when they did have the lunch, Ashley did apologize. Ashley told her, if I came off too aggressive, then I apologize. Now, Ashley did say she wasn't going to keep apologizing.
Yeah, Ashley did say she wasn't backhanded apology.
But she said, if you thought I was being too aggressive, I apologize. And Winter accepted it. At least we thought Winter accepted it. But there again, when she talked to Monique, it seemed like she thought they ambushed her. And Monique, Monique being Monique, Monique being Monique decided that, she needed to have a conversation with all the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much that's what she did. She had a conversation with Ashley and Irena about the situation.
And that conversation was basically just Monique telling everything that Winter told her.
Yes, she did. She told everything.
Everything. Like, I was like, dang, this is going to be really messy. Like, I can already tell it's going to be messy because...
But do you think Monique was trying to kind of go in and question, like, what happened with,
I mean, I
Winter
think she wanted to know
what happened with Winter while I was gone? Because Winter is her friend. So if you talking to your friend and your friend tell you somebody ambushed you, you kind of want to find out what happened, right? Is that not true?
Yeah, it was, but I still think Monique was being messy by like telling like everything. She felt this way and that way, and it's like, well, why don't you just wait to, especially the fact that Winter was coming. Like you could have waited to have that conversation with everyone there. That way, because in my opinion, if I'm Winter and I know that now Monique is telling everything that I've told her, it's kind of like, well, how did you say it? How did you present it? In what way? Because you should have waited until she was there, in my opinion, so that she could hear you repeating it. So it won't be like, well, now I'm walking into another ambush because now they're hostile, right?
Oh, yeah.
Irena and Ashley are not going to be hostile.
Yeah,
as soon as she comes in. And that's exactly what happened.
But do you know Monique actually told Ashley that I guess Winter knows that Winter is saying that there's rumors out there about DJ Quick, I guess in these streets. I can't I'm a paraphrase it to the point where I'm just saying Winter is saying there's rumors out there that Ashley DJ Quick is in these streets. And Ashley's like, oh my God, right? And she said, and she also alluded to Winter saying that she actually confronted Ashley about DJ Quick being in the streets. And that never happened.
Well, she said infidelity. I asked you about like how you feel about infidelity in your relationship, or I guess have you ever experienced it? And that was the part that she addressed, but she never addressed the rumors about DJ Quick and hearing a bunch of rumors. She just asked about the infidelity and have you experienced that? And that's when, Ashley was like, well, if I don't hear or I don't know, I don't see because I'm not going through your phone, then I can't prove it. So
right. But then you see how Ashley got really offended when she said about DJ Quick and
anytime you bring up somebody
I know. So Ashley's like, what? And then she was like, oh, and they keep talking about rumors about my husband. Ashley's like, we're not talking about rumors. You told us this winter about your husband, about both of your husbands. So your ex-husband or whatever. So you started this winter. And I completely agree with Ashley. Winter is the one that has been telling all her business. And now, because it's being talked about and it's being talked about directly in her face, she's offended. But you can't. The first thing we saw when we saw Winter, she's telling us about a husband who had 2 babies on him. She's married for 15 years, and she started talking about Kevin, who is scamming, and how she was talking to him, and then she married him, and she never. It's just too much with Winter. It's a lot. It's a lot. And Ashley just not really here for it.
No, Ashley, we've already established that they probably never, ever gonna get along. Ever.
So Winter walks up, Winter comes, and basically Winter is kind of confronting Irena, and she's like, I did ask you about infidelity, and you were like, if you don't see it, and it didn't happen or whatever. So Ashley was like, but what does that have to do with saying DJ Quick, my husband, is out here in these streets? I knew when she said that, and I knew Ashley started looking. I said, oh, this is not going to be good. But it wouldn't be good for anybody. How you not married? You can't seem to keep a relationship. You marry somebody who you say you less than a year, You were celibate, so you didn't know anything about him. You never been to his house, but you married him, which is, what you did. That's fine. But now you're talking about relationships of couples who have been together 13 years and 26 years, and you think that you know what I'm saying? You think that you're in a place to even talk about relationships and question them? If anything, you need to be like Monique, be a little humble and sit down and try to find out what are they doing and what have they done to keep their marriage. And then maybe you can find something that you're not doing and start to do it. But for you always to be on the defensive side, Winter, and everybody's ambushing you, why are you there? Why is Winter here?
No, I'm serious. For the drama.
And then you want to know why everything is centered around Winter. Why is her storyline so negative? Why would you want to be around 3 other couples? Because there's another couple, the lady and her husband, which were friends. You remember? It was another couple. Well, anyway, right now it's 3 couples. So you got, let's just say this. You got Ashley. You got Ashley and DJ Quick. You got Monique and Chris. You got Irena and Jamie. And it was another couple that was with them a few times. But anyway, and then you got Winter. Wait, let me say that again. And then you got Winter. Okay. I don't know. Okay, you getting a check. Okay, we understand you getting a check. I don't know how big this check is, but there is no way I would want to be around 3 other successful couples, because Monique is a successful couple. They've been married for 10 years. So it's not like they're not a successful. Yeah, they're having some issues, but you don't have a man.
Maybe she's trying to get some of that rubbed off on
you. Don't have a man, and you just constantly like you having run-ins with the lady. But I guess we're supposed to feel sorry for you. If anything, I wouldn't even be there. Like, if I didn't have a man, she don't even have a date. Like, she don't even have a little boo. Now she's abstinent. I mean, like, come on, Winter, let's make this make sense, because you around here.
Y'all gonna get off Winter like this, though. Like, I just kind of really, everybody is attacking Miss Winter. Is it because she tell her business too much?
Well, I don't know what you think.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't dislike Winter. I know.
I don't dislike her.
I
don't dislike her, but I don't like. Yeah, I don't.
Right. The answer. I don't think she did. Like, yes, she's over talking. I think she's oversharing a little bit. But in the beginning, like, I guess maybe she was just fishing for sympathy. Is that the part that everyone's kind of like, why are you fishing for sympathy when you haven't done your homework?
Right.
Yes. Right. But y'all ain't got to come down.
But then the whole time, wasn't she bashing the men that she were with, the men that she chose? She was bashing her husband, her first husband, who had babies on outside the family, wedlock. And then she was bashing Kevin. Her newest husband.
Yes, Winter has issues. We ain't gonna say Winter ain't got issues, but she's got issues in picking men too. Like, and she gonna need to take a hard look in the mirror. But at the same time, it ain't like she ain't doing what any other woman is out here doing. Like, she ain't no worse off than all these other women that are getting with men that ain't drug dealers, scammers in prison. Okay. She a normal woman.
Okay, you're a normal, but you're on a love and marriage show with couples. Oh, why are you on there?
Oh, come on. We ain't going to talk about shows about marriage.
No, I'm talking about this show. Let's talk about this show.
Okay.
Well, so this show is all couples.
You got to have your black sheep.
Okay. So
and that's what Winter is, the black sheep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unfortunately, her and Ashley is bad, and it's never going to get good. And now she's on Arena's bad side. Even though Irena really didn't do anything either, because that was just a general.
She was just a little conversation.
Exactly. I don't know you,
right?
And like you said, the last thing we talked about, or time I seen you and Ashley were trying to make up,
right? Irena didn't say.
Yeah, Irena really didn't.
Irena is just so sweet. I mean, I just feel like Irena is really sweet and genuine, and I don't think that her bringing that up, she was trying to be any kind of certain way toward it. It wasn't no malice.
Yeah, no, I think it's just normal girl, know, what's the real tea girl.
Right.
You know? So, like, you're really cool, huh?
But anyway, so with that being said, Irena was upset because she's saying Winter said she was wishy-washy. Ashley's already, upset. So, the ladies get riled up and they start arguing and Irena screaming, yelling, telling them to shut up, stop, and whatever. And they stand up, and then finally Ashley telling Monique, tell Winter her lying ass to get out. And that's what
so she kicked her out.
Ashley kicked her out. Yeah, Ashley was like, you gotta go. You gotta go. Like, you go. And pretty much that's what happened. And as you see from the clips, Ashley was constantly still talking back and forth to Winter. So now this is a scene where Winter finally leaves, and the ladies start talking to Monique. And the first question, Monique, oh, I feel like I started this. Did I? And they yes, you did.
Yes.
So Monique was like, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, Monique, you came in there real, you came in there doubling down. Yeah, you came in there what Winter had said was fact. You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming there you just kind of asking them oh, did this happen, y'all? You actually made it seem like it was facts. And these ladies wasn't having that. And I don't blame them because they really didn't do anything. They really did.
Monique did not come in there trying to resolve a thing. She came in there to be messy, and she succeeded in being messy.
Monique was like, if I had known this, I would have never said anything. I was like, how did you say anything? You already know what Ashley be on. Ashley already don't like women.
And then you bring up somebody's husband too. Now you know
the rumors in the street.
Yes, now you know that's gonna set off any and everybody.
Especially any lady. It's gonna set them off. I wonder what would have happened if they told Monique Chris in these streets. Monique probably jumped on tables and took some heads off if they said that. So yeah, Monique, you did this. You started this, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, okay. So next, the last thing. Oh my God,
I know it's
so embarrassing, right? We have a little gnat who wants to be on camera tonight.
He wants to be famous,
and so he wants to be great, and we're trying to make sure he's not great. He don't steal the show. But anyway, last but not least. After this riot, after this fight went on, Irena, everybody left. So Irena goes to her best friend party, which is at the club. So actually, Jamie is at the club. I guess he's kind of hosting the party, but it's just his night at the club. So he's having a big production at the club. And Irena goes to the club. Oh God.
Oh God.
And Irena goes to the club. When Irena goes to the club, because Jamie's been having a terrible night at the club, he comes out and Irena, and he's just yelling what's going on? What's going on? And Irena was trying, it was just bad communication. Irena was trying to pull the car closer so she could get out the car.
Yeah, that whole story.
Yeah, that whole
makes sense.
Yeah, and Jamie came out, like I said earlier in another panel. Jamie came out on 20 and Irena on 10. So now Jamie putting 20 on 10 and Irena wasn't having it. Because she just came from this, all the ladies going crazy and rumors are being said about people's husband. And so Irena was already like I said, she was already on edge. And then Jamie come out and screaming and yelling. And I could see Jamie. So Irena confronts Jamie when they went out. She's like, Jamie, I didn't appreciate how you spoke to me. And Jamie being Jamie, I don't know what you're talking about. Why did you come anyway? Why was you late? You understand? I have a lot going on when I'm at these functions. Why was you being so sensitive?
Just deflecting.
And yeah, he was definitely deflecting. And Irena was looking at him like, no, I'm not having this, because anytime you have issues going on with anything, you take it out on me. You yell at me, you take your frustration out on me, and I'm sick of it. And Irena, she stood her ground. So with her standing her ground, Jamie was like, okay, he gave his hands out, said, "I'm sorry, dear," and we friends, we still good.
Girl, Jamie didn't want to hear nothing that A-Raider was coming at him with. It was like this. I don't feel like we probably done argued all last night. Now we here arguing. I just want to be done and over it because Jamie knew he was in the wrong.
Yeah, he was.
Jamie knew he's in the wrong to be yelling at her like, what's wrong with you?
But you knew because he said. When he said, "Why you come?" He was like, "You should just went home." I was like, "Okay."
And I'm sure he said that to her, and that's probably why she actually left. Because I'm sure he said, "Why are you even here?" Wait.
I know she's like my best friend. It was my best friend party. We planned it. You remember they there right now, Jamie? Jamie was like, he wasn't hearing that. Jamie was like, "Look." Let's say, don't be coming up in here spoiling my bad day. Because I already having a bad day, and then you show up with your bad day. Exactly. He was like, that's too much. Next time, go home. I was like, ooh. I was like, Jamie.
And then just tried to shake on it and it'd be good. Yeah. It's like, no, that ain't how you resolve nothing, Jamie. So, are you going to do that again?
I know. Well, they resolved it by saying they're going to take out the birthday girl. And that was how they resolved it. She said they don't stay mad long
because they don't address nothing. It's just okay, whatever.
Okay, this is that millennials, so let you all know that's the millennials.
Well, maybe that's the key to 26 years of marriage. I never had it, so hey. Now I know. Just sweep it under the rug,
okay,
shake on it, kiss on it.
I'm sure they talk about certain things. I mean, you couldn't make it 26 years. Sweeping stuff out under the rug, right?
I guess that's
because if you swept stuff under the rug for 26 years, it'll be at the ceiling, right? It'll be the stuff you don't swept up. It'll be your rug that you sweeping stuff under is at the roof. You understand? So no, they can't sweep everything under the rug. They have to discuss some things. So. Because again, a rug wouldn't be a rug.
It's a new rug.
They can't keep buying new rugs. But anyway, for 26 years, I mean, I'm sure they have ways to resolve something. And then you got to remember, when you're in a marriage, a relationship, or whatever, something you can't fight every battle. Some things you gotta try to address it and move on. You know what I'm saying? Not stay in the moment.
For sure, that was a small thing. It was like
very
a
small,
big
right? But she did. I think she made it very clear. Please do not yell at me again. Please do not yell at me in public ever. You know what I'm saying?
Said that right.
And whatever what's going on at your work or your job, when I show up, please don't put that on me because I'm here to have a good time and support you at the end of the day. So Irene, I think she got her point over. And
well, let's hope Jamie received it.
Well, now did Jamie receive it? I don't know. Jamie, let us know. Did you receive what Irena was saying? Jamie, he reminds me, I swear, of my father. Oh my God. Just being so a bull and so dominating, and it's his way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know what? He seems like that, but for them ladies to be around him, Irena been around, he's probably a sweetheart. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I bet behind closed doors, he probably such a sweetheart, Jamie is. So
he seemed very funny. So yeah, they probably have a lot of fun in their relationship.
So wait, before we go, let's address that house.
Oh. That house that Irena clearly purchased over a year ago.
It was supposed to be it's a fixer-upper. They want to fix it up and flip it, right?
It seems like a demolition property, just demolish the whole thing. Because them stairs, everything was bad in the house.
It was so nasty. And it was just
they didn't take out no trash, nothing.
I was like, okay, I know before you flip something, before you even do work, you gotta at least clean it out, right?
Right. What is all this stuff?
So why y'all ain't hire somebody just to clean the house out? Because that house was, and Lord Jamie, he was hating on that house.
The house from hell.
Jamie was like, oh, let's get rid of this. Well, I don't want no parts of it. Jamie. Jamie, the house from hell. So I'm looking forward to see give us an update on that house.
I want to see some before and after.
I definitely want to see some before and afters. I want to see, do you still have it? So y'all need to give us some updates on this house because this house that y'all gonna flip or not flip, because they even got partners. You saw the partners come over. So they got partners. So please let us know what you all decided.
What area was that? Was that Baltimore?
Oh, I'm not really sure what area.
Showed us.
No, I don't think they showed us. But anyway, so other than that, we just wanted to talk about, I just had to talk about that because Jamie was so frustrated about that house. But with that being said, next week, they're going to do couples counseling. So we're going to look forward to seeing the couples counseling and see what happens with that. If you're still here, please hit the subscribe and the like button. And please come back again. Next review, we're going to be doing The Brat Loves Judy. See you next week with Love and Marriage DC.